watching now, this is part 2 of a video that I did already. So if you want to kind of catch up to where we are now, make sure to watch part 1. But for those who's watching live from the first video, but we got interrupted and you're able to come on back in. I'm going to finish these points that I have on this worksheet. And for those who are watching now, you can also download this worksheet that's available to you now on my website, iamunplugged.com/worksheet. We've been talking about so far what keeps men from being gentle or makes them perversely gentle. We got all the way down to the L's. Now we're going to talk about the E's, and we're going to talk about what a gentleman is, okay? Real quickly, because I don't know what's on my phone, I probably should listen to the kids in my school and upgrade to an iPhone 8 and upgrade to an XR, because this iPhone 5 is not kicking it with me for these last couple. Let's get right into it before we get stalled out again. Now, E, what keeps men from being gentle or makes them perversely gentle? E, they're emotionally confused. You are a blessing doing this during your lunchtime. I know. I'm off work now, but I'm going to try to get this streaming up to par because I want to make sure I give you these videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But E, they're emotionally confused. What keeps men from being gentle or makes them perversely gentle? They're emotionally confused or emotionless. There's a lot of men who do not know how to express themselves emotionally. There's a lot of men who are emotionally bruised. Thank you guys so much for watching from Wisconsin. And they don't have their emotions less. You all make sure to avoid being a man of envy. The last E, envy. What makes a man have a hard heart is envying another man. Envy or looking at another man's woman. Envy another man's woman. Envy another man's resources. You got to be appreciative of who you are and what you have. I don't have time to worry about what another man has or worry about what another woman has when or whoever has when I know who I am in God. You are valuable, fellas. There's no need for you to envy nobody else, because envy will harden your heart quicker than anything, and you will only aspire success to upstand the next man. Next point. Let's talk about real quickly before my phone goes out again. A gentleman is. What a gentleman is. I have 9 points real quickly. A gentleman is a growing man. A gentleman is a growing man. G, a gentleman. A gentleman is a growing man. They're always endeavoring to grow. They're always looking for room to improve. A gentleman is an attentive, growing man. A gentleman, E, is an enduring man. They're willing to endure. They don't start nothing they don't plan on finishing. They don't start a marriage they don't plan on finishing. They don't start a parenthood without finishing. Before they become a husband, they finish what they need to do as a man. Before they become a father, they make sure that their family is prepared for children. Men who are out there having sex with women and starting families, starting children, starting relationships, but don't have the willingness to endure is not a strong man. A gentleman is able to say, lady, close your legs. Woman, close your legs. I'm not going to lead you into this place because I know I'm not going to initiate something that I don't plan on finishing. Men who are strong men finish what they start. Don't start a pursuit after a woman when you know you're not trying to marry her. Do not pluck her from her place of emotional ease to get you involved in your emotional dysfunction. A lot of men take women from their emotional ease and bring them to their emotional dysfunction. A gentleman is an enduring man. A man that's willing to weather those storms is a man who is willing to go through whatever it takes. A man that counts the cost, that before he even initiates anything, he asks himself, am I able? If you're not able, don't do it. If you don't have the ability to respond, then don't make it your responsibility. A gentleman is a growing man. They're always growing. They're always endeavoring to mature. They're an enduring man. They weather the storm. They end the fight. They don't leave. They stand. A gentleman is a nice man. They're nice. Man, fellas, you don't got to be gangster. You don't got to be hard. A gentleman is a nice man. A meek man. A gentleman. A gentleman, T, is a timely man. They're on time. They're present. They're involved. When they're called upon, they're there. They're timely. They're attentive. They're present. Like, one thing I'm learning about marriage is being present. Being present all of me being present. That when my wife talks to me, I'm mentally present, I'm emotionally present, I'm spiritually present, I'm physically present. Some men are only physically present, but not mentally, emotionally, or spiritually present. You got to be all the way present. And that's what a timely man is. A gentleman, L, is a listening man. They listen. They take time to listen. They take time to understand. They take time to seek solutions. They take time to really see what the matter really is. They're a listening man. A gentleman is not a person that speaks first. They listen first. A gentleman, E, is an efficient man, effective man. They pay the bills. They're effective. They're efficient. There's no lapse in them. They're consistent. They're faithful. They're efficient. A gentleman is a molded man, a man of character. A gentleman has been molded. They're strong. They have integrity. A gentleman is an integral man. They're molded. A gentleman, A, is an accessible man. A man that can be that's available. There's a lot of kids that have been brought up in homes where their dad, as soon as they get home, they turn the TV on. They don't listen to their kids. They're not accessible. A gentleman is accessible. It is hard for me to go through my office through the cafeteria. It is difficult. It is difficult for me to make it to one point in my school to another point in my school. You know why? Because I know that I got to be accessible. I get stopped by 50 or 60 kids no matter where I go, because I have a hard time shutting a kid out. I want to make sure that every kid feels that they are heard, that every kid feels like, wow, Mr. Ezzy understands me. Wow, Mr. Ezzy listens to me. You got to be accessible, because you never know why they want to pull from your well. You don't know why they want to, so a girl came up to me, a third grader came up to me, and she just randomly came up to me and was like, Mr. Ezzy, she pinched me and I don't like it. Bye, Mr. Ezzy. I was like, what? All she wanted to do was, I want to get this off my chest. But if I pushed her off, she probably would have took that feeling into the bus with her. But she was like, no, Mr. Ezzy would hear me. She pinched me. I didn't like it. And then she walked off. I was like, did you want me to help? No, she just wanted to be heard. Man, a gentleman is an accessible man. Number 9, a gentleman is a needless man. Like we talked about before in the last video, they have no needs. A needless man. A gentleman is a needless man. I need nothing from you. I owe no man nothing but love. I'm a needless man. I don't need anything from you. That's important when it comes to choosing a man to marry, ladies. You need a man that has no needs. Don't get me wrong, every man has needs. I'm talking about perverse needs. He doesn't have no hidden porn addiction. He doesn't have no hidden lust issues. He doesn't have no gambling issues. There's no needs. He's completely settled in who he is in God. You want a man who's settled. Fellas, you want to be a man who's settled. You want to be a man that has no perverse needs, because your needs will lead to perversion. Now, final thoughts. Humility leads to honor. We talked about Proverbs 29:23. It says, one's pride will bring him low, but he who is lowly in spirit will obtain honor. A humble man is an honorable man. Honor comes to the humble. Man, if you want to be a gentleman and you really want to be a man that's growing, enduring, nice, timely, listening, efficient, molded, accessible, and needless, you got to be humble. It's best to humble yourself than to be humbled. I'd rather me humble me than God humbling me. Next point, stay little in your own eyes, fellas. In order to be a gentleman, you have to stay little in your own eyes. You can't think of yourself more highly than you ought to think. You got to stay little in your own eyes. Last point, insecurities are loud, but confidence is silent. A gentleman is a silent man. A gentleman is a confident man. A true confidence is quiet confidence. The fake kind of confidence is a confidence you hear before you see. If you hear a man's portfolio, you hear what a man offers before you actually see him, you can't trust that man. A true gentleman is a man who is confident silently. Now, exercise I have for you real quick. Thank you for giving, Corey. Thank you so much. Much blessings. This came exactly when I needed. I'm so glad. I have an activity for you, real quick, two sides. On the left side, it says, are you a gentleman or not? Okay. On the left column, simply circle whether or not you are currently struggling in an area, and below it, or another sheet of paper, write down why. On the right column, simply circle the answer that pertains to the gentleman traits, and below it, or on another sheet of paper, write down the areas in your life. So we talked about the bad things of some gentlemen, right? Greed. Do you have greed in your life? Yes or no? Do you have undealt with grief in your life? Yes or no, and why? Do you have no fear of God? Yes or no, and why? You really just circle yes or no. If no, why? The other side is the traits of a gentleman. Growth. I have an area. Either you circle I have it in inventory, or I need to improve in that area, right? So when you look at growth, am I growing? Do I have growth in my inventory, or do I need to improve? Am I growing? Do I have niceness in inventory? Do I need to improve? It's a simple checklist. Mothers, you can do this with your sons. Men, you can do it with other men. Go through these points. There's a lot of them. And I really want you to look inside yourself and say, man, do I have any gentleman traits inside of me? Do I have any perverse gentleness inside of me? Do I have a hard heart inside of me? These points will help you out a lot. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go get buckets. I love you guys. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I'll see you tomorrow around 3. I love you guys. Listen, gentlemen, men out there, God wants us to be gentle. A weak man is a strong man. A weak man is a man that is willing to acknowledge that he needs God's strength to sustain him. Love you guys. After this video's post, there's links in the description box below. If you want to give, you can give. If you want to give me, get involved with what I do, or give me out to your city, whatever, all in the description box below. 6 books, 2 card games, 2 courses, all in the description box below. Love you guys. Peace.